Hi guys, welcome to the short video about the VIPERTEK VTS-880. The question is what's here inside. So I'm going to open and show what's inside. Why is this relevant? Why is this interesting? It's because they have changed the charging mode over time. This is actually a rather old device. I have seen pretty old videos about this device where it is available with 110 volts charging plug, so you can plug it directly into 110 volts, but usually this also means that it's not lithium-ion battery. It's usually rather nickel metal hydride, but here we have the USB charge, so it's rather lithium ion, but it doesn't have any charge indicator, and over time the light, which is already pretty dim already when it's full, the light even goes more dim over time, so this makes me believe that it's not lithium ion battery. But let's open this thing and see what's really inside. It's easy to open with a small screwdriver, so you can take it apart here. So this is how it looks inside. Here we have the button, here we have the switch, here we have the charging ports, a little bit of electronic board. Then here inside we have the part which is producing the very high voltage, and here's the battery. But unfortunately it's a little bit hard to find anything about the battery. Okay, so I've removed it, turned it around, and so we can see it's an XHL 50-20-30 with 200 milliamps, 3.7 volts. Unfortunately, it doesn't say more, but I would say it's for 99% sure it's a lithium polymer battery, which is a good battery. This is what we want to see, and I was already expecting this because we have this micro USB charging port. So usually when we have USB, then we have lithium ion or lithium polymer, so this is a good thing. The question is then only, why does the light go so dim? You can see when I turn this on, I mean already at the beginning it has a pretty low brightness, but I think it's even lower. So let's check on the voltage here, because I've been fearing that the voltage would go very low and this wouldn't be a good thing. So the electronics here should prevent the voltage from going too low, because then there would be some damage. So let's check this here. How much do we still have? Yeah, even when running the light, you can see, it's a little bit hard to see, but it still has 3.55 volts, which is good. So I think it's still safe to use this like that. Maybe they will even turn off the light completely. And so I guess we don't have to be worried about the voltage. The only thing which surprises me here is that we don't have a charge indicator. Usually with lithium ion or lithium polymer we get a charge indicator which shows like 25, 50, 75, 100%. Here we don't have it, but when we are charging it, it shows red, and when it's full it shows green. So it's a little bit more basic installation, but for me it's still okay. I've also tested the self-discharge over a month and it was almost zero, so that's also a very good thing. So I've been running the light now for a couple of more hours, and you can see how low the light is. It's super dim, and so I wanted to measure the voltage here. I mean, I've turned off the light that you can see this light here. Now I turned on the light again and it's hardly possible to see the light here, and so I'm measuring the voltage and I hope you can see that, and it's at 3.19, which is actually already below the threshold. We shouldn't bring lithium polymer batteries down to lower than 3.2, and now we are already at 3.19, which is super low, and actually the electronics here inside should prevent that. They should stop this light, but it's not going to happen. This is a little bit disappointing, so I'm stopping this here to prevent any damage. So I'm trying to charge it again. So let's plug it in, turn it on. At least it goes into red and there is some charge. There's not much. I mean, at this speed it would take almost 10 hours to give a full charge, but I let it like that here for a little bit. maybe it took already some damage because of the low charge. And so this is about 5 minutes later. We can see now finally it's back into normal charging mode, where it charges with 300 milliamps, and so it should be full within an hour or even less time. So for me it looks like the battery is still okay and didn't take any permanent damage. And so after charging it for almost 2 hours, we have the green light here again, and the amount of charge which we have been putting inside is 227 milliamps. I would say that's reasonable for a 200 milliamps battery. So I think we still have the full charge back. So we remove the charger, unplug it here. Now I've attached a little bit of new double-sided tape, really strong one, so it should have a decent hold down here, I hope at least. Now let's also test the charge. It shows 5 volts. Yeah, okay, quite a lot, definitely enough. And so let's see if it still works. And you can see the light is definitely much stronger. Can turn it into red and push the button here. Yeah, definitely we still have this very strong taser function. So I think everything is back to normal, everything looking good. So no damage has happened. So I'm still super happy with this device. I just wished they could improve about 3 things. So first thing, I wish the light would be stronger and it would turn off automatically when it's getting towards a low charge to prevent any damage here on this lithium polymer battery. That's something I really wished from the manufacturer. And also what I wished, that we had some charge indicator light like 25, 50, 75, 100%, so we wouldn't have to charge it every month or so just to make sure that it's still charged. We could just turn it on and see it. Of course, when we turn it on and we still have a pretty strong light, we can assume that the charge is still high enough. What I've also tested is the self-discharge after about a month, and the only thing which was needed to fill it up after 1 month was 7 milliamps. So that's super low for me. That looks like it has super low self-discharge, so we wouldn't have to refill it like every month or so. Probably just refilling every year or so would be enough. But of course it won't hurt if you fill it up every month till you get the green light. And the last test which I want to do for you is to see how much charge such a tasing function is actually consuming. A lot of people are fearing that when they are using the tasing function like that couple of times, then it will drain the battery, but it's actually not. I've been using it now 10 times for about half a second and then filled it up again till I got the green light, and it was only showing 2 milliamps. Now it's showing 3 milliamps after I used it again couple of times. But you can see how many times you can use this. When you do the math, it would be around 100 times 2 milliamps, which is 200 milliamps, and this could be done 10 times, which makes it around 1000 times. You could use it for half a second. You can see now it's back to green. Yeah, about 1000 times you can use it for half a second or so till the battery has to be recharged. So I think that's super important to know. So if you're in a scary situation, don't be afraid of using this already a couple of times. If you're far away, or if somebody who is scaring you is far away, or like an animal or so, you can use this so many times. So this is also something which I usually highly recommend, to use it not directly on the person but before already, to show what you have. And this scares often most people and also most animals already. So I would say it's not a perfect device, but when I compare it to all the taser, all these stun guns which I've already been testing, then that's still the best one, and the one which I recommend to buy at the moment. And so I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. And if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.